whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On third down, it's Woods. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Daniel looks to throw. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Off the play fake. Matthews looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Well, Charles, this is kind of interesting to watch because, as you and I remember well.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And LSU adds on to their advantage.
Make that now a second connection.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell about?
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. On 1st and 10, Matthews. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And LSU adds on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in free snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, the LSU team out there to send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come
Dude,
out
my
to the
graphics
25.
look so good.
He will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Back out there
Can't
for their
nobody
next
beat these
offensive
graphics.
drive. The Hurricanes get set.
The bigger your TV gets, the better your
They
graphics.
led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Daniel looking for his running back, and he's got it. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They got him in. It's Woods. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope they get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. LSU lining up here to go for 2. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Daniel. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Daniel. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Intercepted.
me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's going to go up top again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And this offense is running away with this one. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there. They may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
The end of the first half with the score, Tigers 49, Hurricanes nothing.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I'm going to play you out of Madden.
Gets around him. And his guys will get the ball right at the 20-yard line.
What?
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Throwing on 1st down. Matthews, he's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
This is complete to Holmes. And he'll be out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's a 1st and goal, LSU. From the gun, Matthews. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that was point counter point, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins.
And that is
It's an
LSU touchdown. From 8 yards out.
Yeah, well,
These guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You have fun with this one, partner.
I am. He's been fun to watch under center. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try to throw it. He's got it. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up 50. That's one consolation of this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown.
Final monitor down. Pack it, boy.
LSU
Yeah,
Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator
Imagine trying my heart is still down
getting
to
together with all the positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I think you might have turned it on us, too.
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 5 yards.
Why don't you that man? It's so people.
Last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
No wonder why don't y'all play this stupid game. You shoot out 2 people, hello?
Washington.
That's
Down
all
he
good.
goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
What I do is he shot him first. He shot him.
The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Woods.
No, he sucked.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No, he sucked.
This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers. They'll go side to side up the field, and there they get it for no gain.
If you can get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, Matthews airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm not looking crazy, bro. Quit playing me.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash.
Wayne starts with Buffalo tape.
A gain of 32 that time. Operating from the gun. Matthews toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Dude, my aim's is locked
Close to
in
goal line.
here.
1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball 1st down in this situation.
Hey, what?
2nd down, that gives me an option of running.
Dude, this one hates this crossway.
Too aggressive defensively in the flag zone.
And no one trying to cover is ball going against them, but you have to like the effort.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. It's got to be going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long, it's Daniel. Open man is Henderson, that's complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A big play there. deficit down a bit. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that's caught inside the 30.
Imagine getting that
Down on the
real.
24-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this. No, okay.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablets.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way.
Daniels pass.
You got to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone.
Just let me know, buddy. I ain't scared to push nobody. Just get that straight. Just get that feeling.
42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Matthews airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw on 3rd down. Matthews looking deep for Bennett. And that will be incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play does it work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Looking to throw again on second down. Daniel. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And now he'll turn. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it go again. This is caught, and he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A big play there. 52 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, where our boot in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball on base they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Daniel on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense.
If you get a Fortnite, I'll give you $100.
And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on this sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Off the play fake. Matthews, he's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. 59 yards. So much chemistry between those two, making the connection with a former quarterback. And, boy, he does make a great target for Tommy Matthews' arm strength out wide, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and you have to think to yourself, simpatico. These guys have known each other for so long, and while roles are reversed now, Matthews is the quarterback, not the receiver. It still works. They're still thinking with one brain, one mind. How about the way that they're hooking up for big plays like the one we just saw there?
And really setting egos aside to go from the quarterback to the wide receiver.
She's
and two guys that by all accounts get along very well. It's been a heartwarming story for us to cover. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen it. I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another